Your dog is at the back door. Frozen, unblinking. You open it, it doesn't run. It walks, step by step, toward the trees. You follow. You always do, but the woods are hungry. The dogs return. The people don't, and what comes back is not your dog. This is an emergency broadcast from County Public Safety in coordination with the Department of Animal Control, the Sheriff's Office, and the Office of Emergency Management. Please, remain calm and listen carefully. We are addressing a widespread and urgent concern affecting households across the district tonight. Reports have been confirmed from multiple neighborhoods, rural areas, and suburban streets. The pattern is consistent and the behavior is spreading. The reports concern domestic dogs, animals long trusted as companions, guardians, and members of the family. The animals have begun displaying behavior that is both unnatural and deliberate. This behavior has one goal: to lead their owners into wooded areas and leave them there. The incident always begins the same way. Your dog approaches the door, back door, front door, even the thin screen door at the porch, and begins to whine. Not frantic, not aggressive, but steady. The sound is low, controlled, almost practiced, as though rehearsed for your benefit. When you meet its eyes, it will not blink, it will not tilt its head. Its body will remain stiff except for the slow movement of its paw against the wood or glass. It is not begging, it is not desperate, it is summoning. If you open the door, the dog will not run, bark, or leap. It will step out slowly, its pace measured, tail stiffened in a straight line, ears pricked unnaturally high. It will not once look back at you, but every step forward seems to expect you to follow. Witnesses describe a silence settling over the neighborhood in these moments. Insects stop chirping, distant traffic muffles. Even the breeze grows still, as though the world itself is holding its breath. And then, the dog walks toward the nearest woods. We cannot stress this enough: do not follow. For those who do, the reports are nearly identical. The dog leads them deeper into the trees. At first, the steps are familiar, reassuring. You recognize your dog's stride, the sound of its paws in the leaves. But the further you go, the less it resembles what you know. Its gait begins to break rhythm, one step too long, the next too short, a rear leg swinging forward before the front, movements that do not belong to a creature with bones. Its fur seems to ripple, not with the wind, but as though a hand beneath. The skin is shifting its shape. Its breathing grows louder, but not from exertion. It is the sound of something feeding air into lungs that no longer need it. Call to it, and the dog will pause. It will not wag its tail. It will not turn its head. It will remain perfectly still, ears twitching backward, as though it is not listening to you, but to something behind you. Witnesses who called out a second time described the sound of twigs snapping in the distance, but not in front of them, always behind. That is the moment the reports end. Phones carried into the woods transmit only silence after that point. Recordings cut off mid-word, mid-breath, mid-step. In every case, the owner does not return, but the dogs do. Hours later, without fail, the dogs come back. They return to their porches, their yards, even scratch again at the same door. From a distance, they appear unchanged. They respond to their name. They lie down in familiar spots. They resume old routines, but there are details. Their paws are wet, not with mud, not with water, but with something darker that does not dry. Their mouths hang slightly open as though waiting for a command. Their eyes shine. Faintly, not red, not glowing, but white, a flat, steady white that does not belong to living eyes. Veterinarians called to examine these animals describe anomalies they cannot explain. No heartbeat detectable with a stethoscope. No reflex when light touches the eye. No warmth in the ears or paws, yet the body continues to move, continues to breathe. One veterinarian described the panting as mechanical. Another described the sound as a furnace under a floorboard. Families who allowed the dogs back inside report further developments. The animals do not sleep. They remain in the same spot for hours, sometimes days, watching doorways and stairwells. Owners who attempted to leash or restrain them report resistance without aggression. The dogs simply planting themselves, immovable, eyes forward, listening, always listening. Between midnight and dawn, survivors describe hearing heavy panting at the foot of their beds, heavier and slower than their animal ever breathed before. Some describe a second sound beneath it, a low rattling like wood dragged across tile. Others claim the breathing came not from the dog at all, but from the corner of the room where the dog was staring. In each case, the witnesses report falling into a silence so complete it felt imposed, as if they were no longer permitted to speak. In the morning, many of those families found paw prints across their floors, not mud, not dirt. Imprints pressed deep into wood and tile, as though something heavier than the animal had walked there. Some describe hearing scratching in the walls. Others awoke to find their bedroom doors ajar, though they remember locking them. A few survivors report dreams in which the dog stood at the edge of the woods again, waiting. At this time, we issue the following directives. Do not open the door for your dog tonight. Do not follow it if it leaves. If your dog has already returned from the woods, do not touch it, feed it, or allow it into your bedroom. Confine it, if possible, to a single room. If it resists, do not force it. Do not meet its eyes. Do not call its name. Understand this. The animal you raised, the companion you trusted, is no longer yours. It is no longer itself. Something else wears its shape. Something else has learned to scratch at your door, to walk into your woods, to sit patiently at the foot of your bed and breathe until you answer. We do not know what becomes of those who follow. We only know that the dogs return and the people do not. The woods remain silent. The homes remain occupied. And at night, across this district, the panting begins again. This concludes the emergency broadcast. Stay indoors. Keep your doors locked. And if your dog asks to go outside tonight, you must understand it is not asking you. It is calling you.